there something preventing you from achieving your goals? What interferes with your happiness? You should check out betterhelp.com/GG. When I was using BetterHelp, BetterHelp was very professional. They listened to me, and I felt like I was actually part of something rather than just somebody listening to me over a computer screen. I honestly felt like I was genuinely making a connection and making progress and strides to the goals that I wanted to have achieve. BetterHelp will assist you in your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. Connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not a self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/GG. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GG. Question for you guys that I was kind of pondering last night. Are we...
I'll ponder away with you.
I'm going to
I
say,
do put
okay.
milk before cereal.
Are we like in the worst state of gaming since like
What?
Ever, honestly?
What? This past month has been stacked. What are you talking about?
I'm more so talking like multiplayer kind of.
Oh.
Like, I'm not so more just talking gaming in a general sense of the tone. I'm saying like what we're kind of seeing now in terms of like these microtransactions just getting super aggressive. Like, are we like at a point now where like this is just what gaming is now, or is it not ever going to change?
Broken AAA games, and people are like, dude, just wait a year. It'll be great.
Yeah, just, hey, dude,
why
updates.
Do I need to wait a year?
Like, updates are coming.
I was thinking about that. Like, for instance, our resident Zoomer Joey, you know, he was growing up on the game, and like for him, it was like Destiny. It was like his Halo 3. But the thing is, Destiny lasted a while, or like people are like Fortnite or these other games that are games as a service. But we didn't have that growing up. Like for us, a cool game comes out, we play it a year later. Like you play it for like a month, or it's a story game. You play it for a couple hours. You play it for a day, and you go on the next one. You never like I played Halo 3 a whole bunch, but that was like 2 years of my life.
Yep.
And then like Halo Reach came out, or like other games, and I played other. It wasn't like we have a 10-year blueprint for Halo 3, you know?
Yeah.
So
I definitely thought about this too.
Yeah.
Like the way Fruit has it right on the money. The way I feel, the gaming seasons are not as long because every dev wants to make a live service game.
Even when it doesn't
every dev
entirely make sense. But I feel like part of it too is to be fair.
I think they want to be paid like a live gaming service. Like they want to make money like one.
Well, the cost of AAA games are no doubt rising. Like I'm not gonna like people who are like getting so upset that like some games are going from like $60 to $70. AAA games have stayed $60 for way longer than the like. If we want to, show comparative, like if it
and like
inflation.
N64 cartridges, some used to be like $90. Like,
if we want to be like realistic, we should be paying like $80 for our games.
It's just getting more and more expensive. Now, granted, I don't understand why digital are the exact same as physical, because you don't have those overhead costs, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know why it's not like $5 cheaper, but like it's got like the amount of money it now takes to make a AAA game is boo koodles more than what it used to be, like 10 years ago even. So that makes sense. Things are getting more complicated. The bar is raised, so you got to put more time into it. But at the same time, I was thinking about that too. Like some studios, like think about Bungie, for instance. Absolute banger Halo 3, just throw that out there. And they're already working on Reach. They do some like work for it, but then like 2 years later, they're like, yo, here's Reach. And people used to just bangers after bangers, like, a couple years in between. And now you have like Battlefield 2042. Jesus. More news has come out about that stuff. Like, good Lord.
I just think it's like companies are just putting those resources instead of putting them into like UI, like, or like multiplayer or story driven stuff. It's more so like, how can we get the most money out of players? Oh, how can we charge for the color yellow? You know what I mean?
Some bucks.
Yep.
Like I saw this old post and it was like, I can't remember what game it was, but it was like a game where it had a horse and the horse's armor cost like $5 or something like that.
Was it probably like a Ubisoft game?
I don't remember, but this was like early 2007, 2008.
Oh, I was gonna say like Assassin's Creed kind of does something.
No, this was like a long time ago, and like gamers were pissed, like unrelentingly upset, and now it's like
$20.
Oh, I'll pay $20 for Ariana Grande. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Ariana, I love you.
But like Fortnite is like a different kind of thing. I'm more so saying like I'm gonna pay $20 for the color red in Halo Infinite. Like that
Fortnite
shit
is like one of those games where like you might spend microtransactions, but like the budget goes way back into the game clearly, right? So if I were a kid, Fortnite would be the greatest.
I
thing
did
in the
watch
history
their
of
event
mankind.
again. I always watch their events, and I wish I loved Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Same. I think a lot of people like try to replicate that. A lot of devs, not devs, it's really more like a lot of CEOs and the board of directors are like, okay,
they're making how much money?
R&D.
Do that.
Yeah.
Let's put a ton of R&D into how can we make our game more like Fortnite?
Or like how can we then monetize our game heavier?
Yeah. And then what happens is 2 years down the road, this isn't gonna work. So okay, so make Battlefield 2042 in a year.
Apparently, like that's essential. Like there was this other huge leak or whatever from like a dev that was in there, like detailing pretty much exactly what the past few years looked like, and it's just a disaster, which doesn't surprise me.
What got me on this like idea though is like I was looking at the games that came out this year, like Halo Infinite, Call of Duty Vanguard, and Battlefield, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would probably say, other than Halo Infinite, those are like the worst iteration of their games probably ever, right?
Vanguard's bad, but I wouldn't say it's the worst Call of Duty.
I think Vanguard is just an average Call of Duty. I couldn't call it bad.
It's just another. It's one of the just absolute throwaways, especially after Cold War II.
Modern Warfare was an exception, not the rule to Call of Duty.
Just made me feel like we're just in like probably what I think is maybe like for whatever reason I feel like we're back in like the Bronze Age or like the dark times or something in gaming. Because I don't want to play anything. Literally,
you know what I do, Rob? I don't stand American devs.
Yeah.
And my life has become
only
way better.
Japanese, specifically Square Enix.
Japan has never let me down, and they continue to never let me down,
sucked.
baby.
That's Square Enix.
Blue, I don't know how to tell you this, but Game Freak is Japanese.
Okay, but that's Nintendo. Nintendo either like blows me away.
Nintendo's Japan, you know what I'm saying?
Nintendo either blows me away or it absolutely disappoints me. Like
and Game Freak, I feel like just gives you just enough, to be like not mad at them.
No, I'm always mad at it. But it's one of those like I hate you, but I'm still gonna play it. But I hate you. Like I know what you're doing to me, but
that's how I feel about like the EA Sports. And like that was like another thing. Like I think I can say that wholeheartedly. I think sport games right now are in the worst place they've ever been in ever.
But they're making hell of money,
and they make probably the most money out of any
that they've ever made.
God, I hate it so much. And then people like complain about it, but they're never gonna change anything because they're like, oh, well. Here's the most ridiculous thing: is like FIFA packs. So I think a FIFA pack to open up a rare gold pack is like $3, and the chances of getting like an actual decent player is like 0, and it just makes so much money. And like I'm gonna look it up. FIFA Ultimate Team revenue. So in its annual report for 2020, would you guys like to guess how much FIFA Ultimate Team? Okay. So the total revenue across Ultimate Team appearing in FIFA, Madden, NHL, NBA, and UFC games. Do you know what the concept of Ultimate Team is, Christian? Okay. Do you, Blue?
No.
Okay, so basically, they will offer you packs, like a Pokemon pack, to open up. And in that, you have a chance to open up a rare player. You get a Ronaldo, or you get a LeBron James. But what they don't tell you is that Ronaldo is like a rare player, okay? There's 12 cards in that pack.
Oh, so
you
there's
get
like chase
one
packs.
rare
All right.
in that pack. So your rare could be a contract or a team logo, you know? So, but then there's these jumbo omega packs that are like 20 rare gold players. Like, so you have like a chance, but those packs cost $30, you know? So, how much would you, and okay, so when you do this in FIFA Ultimate Team 2020, okay, come FIFA 2021, guess what, Blue? You got to start from ground fucking zero again. The team you bought in last time, the thousands of dollars you put into the game in FIFA 2021 does not apply into the new game, okay? You can only use those players, those informs, those team of the years in past ones. There's nothing you can do besides in this new one to spend more money on more packs to make your team as good as you did them in the last one. Okay? So, with that in mind, how much would you like to guess across all 5 of its franchises EA made in Ultimate Team?
Billions.
Like $1 billion.
I'll say
Pretty
billions.
Close, yeah. $1.62 billion.
Jesus Christ.
In a year.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And to put that in perspective, okay? So let's just say they didn't have Ultimate Team. How many copies of FIFA EA would have to sell to reach $162 billion? So let's do
1.62 billion. 162 billion is.
So here so 1620 and then 000000, right? That's $1.62 billion, correct?
Sure. You said it quick. I didn't see it visually, but I'm gonna say yep.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like 1,602. 1.6 is 1,620,000,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have it right. Divided by 60, right? That would be basically.
Well, and then that's assuming that all $60 is revenue. But.
So, they would have to sell 27 million copies of FIFA, which
Holy shit.
I'm sure they don't even come near that. So
how much do they sell? I wonder.
Not even close to 20.
A couple million for sure. I don't know.
Well, a couple million, yeah, but not 20 times that. You know what I mean? So they're making literally 10 times what they're making in microtransactions than they are. And like, because nobody, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think really Madden, I guess, makes a little bit of that, but most of it comes from FIFA because nobody really plays NBA or the UFC. I'm sure NBA is a little bit of that too, but I'm sure FIFA is like $1 billion of that. Has to be. And that is why, in my opinion, that sport games and FIFA Ultimate Team in general, and specifically that, because if you look at it, the dude who started Ultimate Team back in, I think it was like FIFA 10, is now the head of EA, I believe. So
you know how to print money.
Yeah. So basically, that is why sport games are the worst thing. Sport games are right now in the worst place they've ever been ever, and nothing's ever going to change for them. And if you are part of that sport franchise where you buy it every year, I hope you break that chain. I hope you do. I don't buy any of the Maddens anymore. I don't buy any of the FIFAs anymore. I don't buy any sport games anymore because they're fucking trash.
Did you, speaking of questionable monetization practices in video games, did you see Ubisoft's recent announcement of their new platform for NFTs?
Not.
Of course,
well, they immediately took it down.
Yeah, they immediately took down the trailer. Now, no word's been said. They're not saying that they're taking the program away. They just took the trailer away.
Can I ask you guys why you think big companies are getting into the NFT space now?
It's because it's the same thing as microtransactions